In the Afghan capital, Kabul, hundreds of people protested against the Pakistani government over its airstrikes in Afghanistan's eastern Kunar province. Officials in Kunar say several civilians have died in recent days in cross-border airstrikes and ground fighting targeting Taliban militants. The protesters burned the Pakistani flag and called on the Afghan government to take strong measures in response to the Pakistani strikes. In Pakistan, health officials have opened polio vaccination stations at all international airports. As of June 1st, proof of a polio vaccination is mandatory for all air passengers leaving Pakistan. Most hospitals are also offering polio vaccinations for adults traveling abroad and for children under 5. In Kazakhstan, high school students who want to study at a university began taking exams for the all-important United National Test, or UNT. The week-long UNT is used to help determine if and where high school graduates will attend university. The UNT was introduced several years ago and has caused controversy because supposedly secret questions and answers can be bought on the black market. In Kyiv, members of the Ukrainian Helsinki Human Rights Union urged the government to help free journalists and others being held captive by pro-Russian separatists. Outside the Ukrainian president's office, the protesters demanded that the state do more to secure the release of journalist and Euromaidan activist Irma Krat and several others being held in the eastern Ukrainian city of Slovyansk. Krat has been held captive for more than a month, and a number of other journalists, students, and activists are also being held by separatists in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. In Bosnia-Herzegovina, people in the northern town of Bosanski Shamac are clearing up debris and mud left by devastating floods. Local officials said they're having problems disposing of the huge amounts of debris. Bosanski Shamac was one of the worst-hit towns in the floods that struck Bosnia, Serbia, and Croatia 2 weeks ago. 50 people were killed and thousands of homes and businesses were destroyed. In Iraq, the reigning Miss Kurdistan took part in festivities surrounding International Children's Day in the city of Dohuk in Iraq's Kurdistan region. Local NGOs organized cultural events for children and music performances by children's groups. In Kyrgyzstan, the U.S. transit center at Manas International Airport near Bishkek will officially close on June 3rd. U.S. officials will hand a symbolic key to Kyrgyz officials, as well as some $30 million worth of equipment. Last year, the Kyrgyz government decided not to renew a contract that allowed the United States to use the base to supply its forces in Afghanistan. In the Russian Republic of Tatarstan, about 2,000 cyclists participated in Bike Night, or Velonote, at midnight in Kazan on June 1st. The Velonote is an international annual event that takes cyclists to important monuments and hidden landscapes in different parts of the world. The Kazan event was a 20-kilometer tour through the city in which cyclists heard commentary from the radio sponsors of the ride on special transmitters. And that's the video roundup from Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty.